heading home from the Right to Life rally. It's always an honor to be there, particularly when you've got the governor and lieutenant governor speaking, and the congressman, Governor Bevin, and Matt Bevin, and who's up for re-election this year, and the lieutenant governor, Alvarado, and fine gentleman. Enjoyed talking with him, and of course Congressman Thomas Massie, and all the other state reps there. It's great to sit at Kim Mosier's table with Dr. Mosier and all the family, the Mosier family, a great family in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Just looking at the statewide races today at the Right to Life rally, organizational dinner that they have each year for many, many years. Of course, running for governor is Matt Bevin, Andy Brashear, and John Hicks. The only one that was there today was Governor Matt Bevin. Gave an outstanding speech, as you will hear on our videos. And then, of course, talked at length with Ralph Alvarado, senator, and he's running as a lieutenant governor. Now, the governor and the lieutenant governor run together, because if you'll remember back when they did away with the elected superintendent of education, with the office that I held as the last elected superintendent of public instruction for the Commonwealth of Kentucky, they had the governor and lieutenant governor to run as a team. And so Governor Matt Bevin chose Senator Ralph Alvarado to run with him, and he's quite a wonderful, intelligent doctor and gentleman. I was quite impressed with him today, with him making his speech, as well as the governor who made his speech, and as well as Congressman Thomas Massie. The other opponents on the Democratic side, Jacqueline Coleman, was not there, and the candidate chose not to participate in their question and answer session in their magazine. And I guess on the independent ticket, Ann Carmichael did answer the sheet here, but I didn't see her there today at the rally. But www.vote.votekentucky is .us is where you can, for information on the judicial races that you want to see. But I am thrilled that Governor Matt Bevin reintroduced it with the legislature, Republican legislature, reintroduced it, the right to teach the history of the Bible in our schools, which is long overdue. The greatest book, in my opinion, that's ever written is the Holy Bible, and the most important book ever written. Another major race on the statewide ballot will be Greg Stumbo, Democrat, for Attorney General, and Daniel Cameron, Republican, for Attorney General. Both of them have experience, and our good friend from Northern Kentucky, Schroeder, who ran for Attorney General also against Daniel Cameron in the primary, has endorsed Daniel Cameron. And that's a good sign for me. I know Greg Stumbo. He's a hard-working man and probably would make a good Attorney General also. But in this particular case, I'll be for Daniel Cameron, because I think it's important to have an Attorney General that is in agreement with the governor. And I'm hoping to see Matt Bevin reelected as governor with an Attorney General that won't be attacking his actions all the time, like Brashear did. And I think it's important, particularly this year, to elect someone from the Republican side, Republican ticket, because I'm a big supporter of President Donald Trump and Vice President Mike Pence. And but that's the story. Now that race and how I feel. Here we have Secretary of State Heather French Henry, and she's got a well-known name, and running against Michael G. Adams for Secretary of State. So that one will be a close one, I think, too. And Heather French Henry has had a good record, is well known, and but again, I come back to, I'm hoping that we have a team in Frankfort of the conservative constitutionalists, and I think Michael Adams would be best for the folks of northern Kentucky. State Treasurer Michael Bowman is running as a Democrat, and we have Allison Ball, State Treasurer, running. And she has done a great job, I think. And I think she deserves to continue in the office. And again, I come back and say that I think that this is one of those years where, particularly since the nation is so divided, that it would be best to have somebody from the Republican ticket. And she's did an excellent job in the office. For Commissioner of Agriculture, a position I ran for back in 1975 on my first trip across Kentucky, being an agriculture major in high school. I took off as a 29-year-old young man, 30 years old, just barely old enough legally to run, and ran statewide, and that was made my first trip through all 120 counties. And half of those counties, the Robinson family singers went with me and sang and used the old Silversides bus they had that we refurbished. In fact, it was the vocational school down in Covington that helped me refurbish that old bus, make it into a camper, and we used it for traveling the state and all the counties, and had speakers on top of it so we could get out and sing a few songs and give a few speeches. Took an old red diary with me and got people to sign in it in every county in the state to document that I'd been there visiting them, and had signs down the side of it that said, "A big man for a big job," with that old cowboy hat I used to wear out of rabbit fur, made especially down in Landenberg of St. Louis, Missouri. But running for this position is Commissioner of Agriculture is Robert Conway, and Joseph Qualls, who's there now, running for re-election, and Joseph Gilpin. And Ryan has done an excellent job, so I suspect that, again, I support the Republican ticket, but he will do a great job. He's done a great job this first 4 years here, and I think he deserves to be re-elected, for sure. For State Auditor, you have a Democrat, Sherry Donahue, and a Republican, Mike Harmon, and Kyles Hugenberg, I guess the Libertarian candidate. I'd have to say here, again, I'd be for the Republican, Mike Harmon. He's running for re-election, but he's done an outstanding job as State Auditor, and the State Auditor is a very important role in our constitutional offices, because it's important that he be independent enough to actually audit the books of the different various governmental agencies, and have the knowledge and the skills and the talents to hold the people accountable, and be honest in his observations and in his work. And Mike Harmon has demonstrated that ability in his first 4 years in office here, very much so, particularly on several of the government agencies. 2019 candidates: Governor, Lieutenant Governor, Attorney General, and the other statewide races. And the election's going to be held, and that's going to be on Tuesday, November the 5th. Tuesday, November the 5th. And so we all want to make sure that we, regardless of who you vote for, register to vote and vote. It's an important civic duty. And I've often said the people who have a right to complain are the people who vote. But go out and vote. You lose your rights if you don't exercise them. The rights that you have, you need to protect. They were given to us by God, and we have to serve them and maintain them and protect them. And that means you need to get out and vote. So get registered and make it a point to talk to your friends and neighbors and family and get them all out to vote. And vote for the candidates of their choice. That's what America and Kentucky is all about. Now, of course, today I'm out supporting, as well as my wife, Miss June Guyman Stephenson, supporting the Northern Kentucky Right to Life. And the Honorable Thomas Massie, Republican, Northern Kentucky pro-life congressman, the 46th Annual Celebration of Life at the receptions in Erlanger, September the 29th, 2019. It was an honor to be there with State Representative Kim Mosier and her husband, Dr. Neil Mosier, and a great opportunity to hear the governor come and make a speech, and he did an excellent job. He is a superbly intelligent man, a little gruff at times, and full of pride and knowledge, and he wants to do things his way. He reminds me a lot of Donald Trump in a lot of ways. But I actually think that he's done an excellent job as governor, and I know he's got some issues with the teachers and had some issues with them. But you know something? Teachers know that there's all sides to an issue. And I'm a very pro-teacher person and a very pro-public education person, but I'm also a pro-private education person. And I think that he's being straightforward, and he's tried to do what he can do to help the pension plan system, which a lot of the former governors didn't. They just kicked the can down the road, and I know because I was there watching them. And he has actually done some things to help. And I think he's done some things to help all of the state employees and their pension systems. Honesty is the most important thing that he's brought, and I think he has been honest. And but honesty sometimes means that you got to tell people how it really is. And he said some things about teachers he shouldn't have said, and I told him so. But he's apologized for that, and he has tried to work with the system and do the best job that he can do. So I think he deserves to be reelected. And I hope that most of the teachers and educators across Kentucky realize that it's better to have an honest person tell you the truth than somebody tell you what you want to hear to tickle your ears, but then do nothing to make the changes that need to be made. So to close off my little film here on all the speeches and the part of honoring all the candidates that were there today, and just enjoying the opportunity to be there and honor them and film them, show it on my Facebook page and YouTube. I'd like to close out like I did last year for them, singing a song that's one of my favorites, and that was taught to me by Happy Chandler back in 1968 when I was president of the student body at Northern Kentucky Community College Extension of the University of Kentucky, which later became that year authorized to become a 4-year college, Northern Kentucky, now known as Northern Kentucky University. I was proud to be a part of that, and a part of state's educational system as both a teacher and as a private citizen and as superintendent of education for the state of Kentucky and commissioner of motor vehicles for the state of Kentucky. But that allows me to take a moment here in front of the old flag and courthouse here in my hometown, in my home county, to sing you a little song. I think you'll recognize it. It was taught to me by Happy Chandler. Oh, the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. 'Tis summer, the children at play. The corn tops ripe and the meadows are in bloom, and the birds make music all the day. Oh, the children roll on the little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and by, hard times comes a knocking at the door. Then my old Kentucky home says good night. Weep no more, my ladies. Oh, weep no more today. We will sing one song for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home, far away. For my old Kentucky home, far away. God bless America, and God bless Kentucky. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition of godly principles and prayers and love and soul and body. Get out there and vote for the Republican ticket. Spread the word, returning godly principles to the Commonwealth and to the nation. Praise the Lord. Travels with the Stephensons, John and June Guyman Stephenson, 859-750-0000. Join us on Facebook and YouTube. God bless you and have a great day. As you can tell, I'm a Bevin fan. Matt Bevin, www.mattbevin.com, for governor. And Lieutenant Governor Alvarado, Senator Alvarado, a great man.